Hello students, welcome to Syllabus classes. My name is Ashmita and in today's class we are going to discuss the syllabus of Political Science optional paper in West Bengal Civil Services Mains Examination. Now as you all know, this optional paper is a part of the mains examination which is considered to be descriptive, and there would be two optional papers which you have to appear for political science, and hence you need that kind of preparation. So you should be mentally prepared that you need to do a lot of writing, lot of descriptive writing. So you need to choose such a subject in your optional paper about which you have already studied. Like, do not try to take any new subject, because due to that you can face a lot of problems because you do not have that much knowledge about that subject. So try to take that kind of subject in your optional about which you have already studied in your school days or in your college days. So in today's class we are going to discuss only about the political science optional papers syllabus, and let's get to see what's in the syllabus, what's the latest updates, and what kind of chapters are included and what all are there. So let's start the class. Let us start our syllabus discussion with paper 1. In paper 1, we have this group A first. Under group A, we have Western Political Thought by Plato, Aristotle, Machiavelli, Rousseau, Bentham, J.S. Mill, Karl Marx. Next, we have this section of Indian Political Thought by Kautilya, Ram Mohan Roy, Vivekananda, Syed Ahmed Khan, Rabindranath Tagore, Gandhiji, Ambedkar. Next, we have this portion on political concepts about state, civil society, government, governance, power, authority, nation, nationalism, internationalism. The next portion or section deals with political ideas, and here we have the rights, duties, liberty, equality, justice, rule of law, people participation. The next section deals with political ideologies, and here we have the ideologies of liberalism, democratic socialism, feminism, terrorism. Next, we have these different aspects of democracy, meaning and theories of democracy, direct versus representative democracy, then electoral system, electoral reforms. Next, we have this portion on political process, party system, single party, bi-party and multi-party systems, national parties and regional parties, then lobbyists and pressure groups. Then we have this portion on forms of government, dictatorial and versus democratic, totalitarian versus liberal, presidential versus parliamentary, unitary versus federal. Next, we have this portion on social movements, environmental movements, women's movements, human rights movements. Next, we have this portion on Group B, that is the second portion of this paper, which deals with basic features of Indian Constitution, which includes Constituent Assembly concept, then salient features of Indian Constitution, nature of the Indian Federation, center-state relations, legislative, executive and financial fiscal dimensions, then in evolving political trends. Next, we have this section on fundamental rights, which includes directive principles and fundamental duties. Then we have this constitutional provisions and judicial interpretations regarding fundamental rights. Then we have this portion or section on union legislature, depending on the composition, powers and functions of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, the functioning of the committee system. Next, we have this section on union executive, which includes the president, vice president, election, position, functions, prime minister, council of ministers, relationship between president and prime minister. The next section that we have is the judiciary, which includes the Supreme Court and the High Courts, composition and functions, judicial review and judicial activism. Then we have public interest litigations, judicial reforms. Next, we have the government in the states section, which includes governor, chief minister and council of ministers, position and their functions. The next section deals with state legislature, their composition and functions. The next section deals with local government and politics, under which comes the Panchayati Raj, evaluation, structure, power and functions, municipal government, the significance of the 73rd and the 74th Amendment, that is correction, amendment means correction, role of women, SC and STs in local government. Next portion depends on bureaucracy, which has classical administration and development administration. Then we have this portion on changing the role of bureaucracy in post-colonial India. Then we have to know the concept of representative bureaucracy, then issues of bureaucratic accountability. The next section deals with social processes, role of peasants and workers in Indian politics. Then we have role of interest or pressure groups, regionalism, casteism, linguism and communalism in Indian politics, issues of criminalization, corruption, citizens' movements. Let's move over to paper 2, syllabus discussion of paper 2, which deals with public administration and international relations. Now this also have 2-3 groups, starting with group A, which deals with the concept of public administration. Here there are different theories of administration: scientific management, classical theory, Weber's theory of bureaucracy, Rixian model of ecological approach to public administration. Next, we have this concept of forms of public organizations, which includes ministries and departments, corporations, boards, and commissions. The next thing that we have is principles of organization, which includes the different principles, that's hierarchy, then unity of command, span of control, authority, then centralization, decentralization and delegation, line and staff. The next section deals with processes of administration, which includes the decision making and the policy formulation, then communication and control, then leadership, then coordination. Next, we have this section on accountability and control, which has legislative, executive, and judicial control over administration. The next portion deals with the role of civil society, then public opinion and media, then right to information, administrative corruption, then grievance redressal machinery like ombudsman. The next section deals with development administration. Here it deals with evolution of the concept, basic features. Then we have control of public expenditure, parliamentary control, control of the parliamentary committees, Indian administration, continuity and charge, and the brief historical outline. The next section deals with the recruitment and training of civil servants in India, which includes the role of union and the state public service commissions and the training institution. Then we have this organization of the union government in India, PMO, Cabinet Secretariat and Secretariat Administration. The next section deals with the organization of the state governments in India, the chief secretary, the relationship between secretariats and directorates. The next section deals with district administration in India, which includes the changing role of the district officers, subdivisional officers and block officer, their interfaces with local self-government. Let us move over to the next section, that is Group B, which deals with international relations and which has some basic concepts of international relations, that is balance of power, collective security, bipolarity and unipolarity, the neo-colonialism and globalization. The next section deals with the foreign policy, the concepts and the techniques, the determinants of foreign policy. The next section deals with the evolution of world politics, which includes the League of Nations, United Nations, Cold War, detente, then the collapse of the Soviet Union, then regional integrations, international terrorism. The next section deals with the non-alignment, that is evolution of the movement and role of India, that is NAM, non-alignment movement. Then we have this section on the major issues in Indian foreign policy, that is Sino-Indian relations, Indo-Pak conflicts and the liberation of Bangladesh, then developments in Sri Lanka, Indian role in promoting regional cooperation through SAARC, then the Kashmir question and India becoming a nuclear superpower. Other points include India and Southeast Asia, then India's relationship with the USA, then China, Japan and Russia, India on the question of nuclear weapon. The next sections deal with India and the UN system, India's role in UN peacekeeping and global disarmament, then India and the emerging international economic order. And the last section deals with Egypt, Lebanon, and Libya. So that was all about today's syllabus discussion class. Hope so you're preparing well for your optional papers and also for the prelims and the mains exam stages. If you want to prepare well for this examination, then definitely you need the guidance of a good mentor and a good coach. And we at Syllabus classes, we provide you with a good mentor and a good coach. Here we provide you with live lectures, recorded lectures, portal access to the enrolled candidates, which they can view 24/7. We also provide you with doubt clearing sessions, revision classes, crash course facilities, scholarship facilities, mock test facilities, and we also provide you with solved study materials and also crash course facilities. Now our solved study materials are also available on Amazon and Flipkart, so you can buy from there also. And if you want to buy directly from our classes, then you can just give us a call at the number given in the description box below. Do give us a call, and if you have any kind of confusion in your mind regarding any kind of entrance examinations or any kind of competitive examinations, then definitely you can ask us. We will clear all your doubts. Like if you are preparing for any other competitive examination or any other recruitment based examination, then also if you need guidance, we are there to provide you with solved study materials. We will solve the previous year's question papers and also make you practice the unsolved papers and the sample papers. So that was all about our classes. If you want to know more about our classes, do give us a call at the contact details given in the description box below. You can also open the link which is given in the description box, which will lead you to Syllabus classes official website, through which you can get a glimpse of our classes. So that was all for today's class, and that was all about our classes also. We are going to meet once again in our next classes.